Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point. And as predicted, the prosecution has responded to Michael Leonard's letter regarding his motion to compel to get the prosecutors in R. Kelly's case to turn over the discovery. And so here was their response. It says, "Dear Judge Donnelly, the government respectfully submits this letter in response to the defendant's motion to compel the government to immediately produce discovery material, and two, to request that the court schedule a status conference in the above referenced matter. As an initial matter, the government understands that the defendant is referring to the production of material pursuant to U.S. Code 18, Section 3500, also known as 3500 material, and not material discoverable under Rule 16 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. While the government's production of 3500 material is due to the defendant only after the witness is called by the United States," and that was in quotation, in Section 3500, the government's practice is to provide such materials in advance of trial. With respect to the 3500 material in this case, the government has repeatedly advised defense counsel that it would provide those materials well in advance of trial, but did not indicate to defense counsel that it would produce such materials 90 days in advance of trial. Last week, the government alerted the defense by email that it planned to produce the first batch of 3500 material on February 5th, 2021, which is in less than 2 weeks from now and more than 8 weeks prior to jury selection. The 3500 material that the government intends to produce on February 5th, 2021 includes, among other things, written reports and grand jury testimony of the non-law enforcement witnesses it may call at trial. In addition, the government respectfully requests that the court schedule a status conference to address the viability of the current trial date in light of the ongoing pandemic, and assuming the trial is proceeding as scheduled, whether the government should arrange for the defendant to be transferred to the district in order to be present for the distribution of jury questionnaires beginning on March 15, 2021. The government has advised the defense of its plans to initiate the transfer of the defendant to the district, but the defense has indicated that doing so will impede their ability to prepare for trial. Respectfully submitted, Seth D. Dutcham, acting United States Attorney. So they basically said a bunch of nothing, just agreed what Leonard had already put in his motion to compel, that they were planning on turning over information on February 5th. And so what I am taking from this is that they will get a list of everyone that will be called as a witness who is not associated with law enforcement. But I don't understand why they're not turning over the law enforcement information, because that is going to be crucial to the trial. And so there seems to be some behind the scenes going on as far as when he will be transferred to New York. But I'm thinking at some point he's going to have to be transferred. But they seem to be insinuating that there could be another delay depending on how the pandemic is going. And we do know that in a lot of places the numbers are continuing to go up. And this may delay trials or courtrooms reopening in cases such as his, which, is expected to have a lot of lawyers, a lot of prosecutors, a lot of interest in this case, reporters and whatnot wanting to get in to record what is actually going on. And when I say record, I mean take notes, because you can't take cameras or recording devices into federal courtrooms. So look like there is about to be some back and forth going on, but I did want to bring you guys this latest update where the Eastern District of New York prosecutors are pretty much dismissing what Mike Leonard is stating and basically aren't going to turn over all the information. They're going to turn it over at their discretion as they choose, when they choose. And so we will see what comes out on February 5th, because I'm sure Ann Dunley is going to side with the prosecutors in this matter and say that he simply needs to wait until February 5th. And if he's not satisfied with the information that he receives, then he will then have to file another motion and basically spell out what it is that he wants. And I am going to do an update video on the Tim Norman case. And in that video, I was going to point out how when his attorneys requested discovery from the prosecutors in the Eastern District of Missouri, they basically outlined very clear, very detailed what they were looking for. So for example, if it says information on witnesses, it gave like detailed description of what they mean by witnesses, who's included as a witness, what roles are included. And I haven't seen any of that come from Greenberg or Leonard. So maybe they need to look at Tim Norman's lawyers' motions that they're sending to the judge and then be more precise and more descriptive of exactly what it is that they are looking for. So that's it for me, guys. As more information come, I'll bring it to you. But go ahead, leave your comments, rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.